You are listening to Drop Tent Media Network.
Hi, hello, welcome, Call the Bus, Neil Wood, Adam Nutter.
By the renewing of your mind.
The recycling. It's a flesh body world.
Do it.
Human.
Do it.
Sir slimy reptilian.
Hey, what's going on? Another day in the cult. Here we are. Comedian Neil Wood here in the Philadelphia studio. Good to see you guys. The Pope is blessing you. He's blessing you so much. Get number just yet for the gentlemen, right up in there. Right, all right. And for the ladies, up in there. All up in that. I keep forgetting that people from work might listen to this actually now. So whatever I just did, don't even worry about it. It's not what you think. Let's bring in the old co-host there, comedian Adam Nutter. Where you at, buddy? Yeah.
Yo, quick, I'll take steam off you. I pulled a big J last night.
Uh-oh.
You
You became super funny. No.
Awesome.
You started wearing fingerless gloves?
No.
You wearing fingerless gloves on stage again? What are we telling you about?
No.
Stop ripping off his style.
I started putting Manic Panic in my hair. No.
Oh, okay.
What I did was I took a giant Sleepy Time rip
Yeah.
from my pen, and I got out I stood up too quickly.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I
everything
almost
looks
passed
weird. And everything got real wobbly. I had to like grab like my fucking fireplace right here behind me real quick and be like,
Yeah.
"Ooh boy, almost died."
Hey.
I would have went head first right into a fucking fireplace, dude.
That's so weird that you mentioned that because I recently I didn't do that. I don't know, because maybe I'm just trying to run around Philly and then get the shows and all that shit going or whatever. And out of that, I guess my diet might not have been like, I'm not eating regular. I mean, I look svelte, but I'm also not working out. I'm in the winter, Neil. Winter Neil hates working out, and I'm not going to get off topic on it, but like, whatever. I'm just not as active as I usually am. And I guess I didn't eat, and we were out. I was like setting up for the Myers show. And I had gotten up from like a full squat, and then like got up and just lights were going out. Like I was like,
Yeah.
shit.
That pin light tunnel vision. You're like, oh, here it goes.
Yeah. I was like,
don't be embarrassing. Don't be embarrassing.
Yeah. So I was like, I almost passed out. It was a normal thing that me and Garrett, Monica, like trying to set up, but like we both would get there and be like, did you eat? Fuck, I didn't eat either. And we're both just like, okay, I'm about to pass out. Let's do this. It's not great. But trying to bust our asses for that show. Fuck people in the city, dude. I hate running a mic running a show in the city.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Sucks. Absolutely sucks.
No, it's funny.
It's the
I just
worst.
see, because I get the emails for ticket sales, obviously, so I'll just see like sporadic, like 1 ticket for Myers, and then like 2 tickets, and then like 1 ticket.
Like, hey up, we're like the cortisone level. Like we've been joking about the cortisone levels of like the leading up to the week. It's the day of the show, and then we do a bunch of like bargain or just walk around and bullshit with people. Fuck whoever is out there in Fishtown who takes down all the flyers. Fuck you and your dumb face. I know it's some
Philly
bullshit.
Move. What a
HSA.
great Philly move. This guy's like, fuck this flyer. Boom.
Oh, it's
Fuck
not
this
even. No,
flyer.
it's not what you think. It's not like it's someone it's like either their job because they're in charge of like the HSA fucking or the
Goddamn
housing
government
thing.
trying to ruin art.
No, it's not even government, dude. That's like the Fishtown Council who wants to like keep the neighborhood clean.
Goddamn council trying to ruin art.
Thank you. You're laying in wonderful sarcasm. But like, some fucking fuddy duddies in the council send some dumb fucking just probably had a kid hipster, but like now they're like a dork because they're
He's like, I don't want to have to do this. He's like that kid now. He's like, he's like, I was one of you, but he had a kid and has to like have a job and money
piercing through his fucking nose, but he's just like ripping down other people's art. I was like, I went through
scab. Like another scab.
But getting that. Yeah, we found like, all right, well, we're not putting them up anymore. It's like wasting time of like, because we're just like, I mean, people walk by them all the time. They see them. I've designed them to look kind of cool. Using like weird old photos. I just typed in, and I've been using these, and it's all free use. But if you just type in strange old photos, you'll find some great stuff. Just weird. I found like a kid smoking a cigarette next to a chicken, like just completely. And you're like, Photoshop? You're like, it doesn't look Photoshop.
Can I guess country of origin?
Oh, dude, Okay,
Continent.
sure.
Can I
No,
guess
no.
continent of origin?
Yeah,
Country's
but
been-
yeah, do it. Do it.
Asia.
What you think? No,
Fuck. That's a very. I don't know why. That's. I feel like
no,
an
it's a
Asian
white
image.
kid. If that's what
Really?
you're trying to, it's a white kid. It
Mm.
looks like a white kid. Yeah. So it's a white baby dressed up, like smoking a cigarette.
Really?
Can't tell. And either someone went really painstakingly to like make it look old across the board, but it does. There's no way it's not photo. If it's Photoshop, they really took their fucking time. But anyway, but it's I've been using those old photos, and then we just kind of put them next to like, hey, are you going to Myers? Like, are you like question form? We have like regular posters, but we were doing them where like as you're walking along, you're like being berated.
Right.
Just like, seriously, you're not fucking coming to Myers? Like
Right.
the next one I was gonna be so bold, it's like pussy and just do a cat. Like pussy, come to Myers.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of thing. But well, probably not. 'Cause that's fucking stupid. But and I've been playing around with it. But now fuck it anymore. I'm not putting up any flyers, putting effort into it, it's not even like they're shitty.
Bummer.
It's not even like they're shitty flyers. Yeah, it's not like and I would come and take them down, but whatever.
Has anybody showed up and like from the flyer? Be like,
Well, it's hard.
flyers
No, they
out
were.
there.
We realized that it's scaled up quickly. Whoever this fucking asshole is, or assholes, that we put them up like on a Wednesday, and then came back and put more up on a Thursday, and I think from Wednesday to Thursday they were taken down, and then from Thursday to Friday, the day of the show, over that night they were taken down.
dude, it's like it's almost like this is the only thing that they have going on over there is like we have to destroy flyers and creativity in Fishtown.
I'm like, do I need to buy posts? Like what? I mean, I would run it like I posts as in like the actual fucking telephone pole. Like why is this so tough for everything? Like everybody. But anyway, I don't give a shit. We'll get it, or we'll drop the fucking show. I don't really care. Like if it's too saturated, which it is. It's too saturated. It's obviously too
Right.
saturated.
That's what we say all the time. Especially every time we ever go on the road and like people will be like, do you guys do a lot of shows in Philly? I'm like, no. No, I don't.
Yeah, get on a helium thing or try to get on like a punchline thing. But like other than like that, you're probably only running. There's just a lot of wars going on right now. There's a lot of wars, a lot of people out in the street. It's a small Ukraine sort of situation going on between others. And the other shows are good. It's not even like it's not like there's a bunch of shitty. There are shitty shows, obviously, but the
I was gonna say, hold your
people,
horses.
we know the comics. No, we know them. Like Tyler Wolf and Mandy Brown shows, the Next in Line crew, like they do a decent job in terms of marketing, everything like that, and put it on shows. So it's one of those things where when you have kind of two entities kind of trying to bat around and get like something going, it's a pain. You want to talk about having someone not like stand-up comedy directly in front of you that's not even an audience member. I mean, like in real life.
Okay.
At Myers Brewing Company on Girard, come to the show. It's coming up Friday the 23rd. So I'm walking downstairs from the event like room, and the show's we're just about to start kicking off. I'm just going to grab a beer, I think. And I come down, and there's a guy my height who's outside of the door. The way this walks down is if this is the door in front of me, just like you guys have. I'm coming down the event space so that we are meeting. Like he is through a glass door that I can see, and he's about to open.
Was it like two male lions meeting in the wild?
Yeah.
Like 2 6'5" guys when they meet, you just both like stop.
Yeah.
It's like
we came on either side of each other. Like I came over his shoulder. He smelled my neck. I smelled his neck.
He started walking in just a tight circle around each other.
And then we bend over if there's enough room and smell each other butts. We just get into our butts and just
every now and then you guys would just
up
real quick. Just
sorry. Ha!
Just do a fucking jump kick real quick just to see who can get a higher jump kick in. It's like your dominance fight.
Yeah. We both back up
dance.
like rams, and then we run at each other and see who has the longer legs by putting the leg out and seeing if you can shoulder kick. Just hit the shoulder first. It's like that's our version of doing like a lance fight. Like that's our version of it. If he has the longer legs than me, then he wins.
Followed by a leg drop, brutal. It's a KO.
It's like you got to finish with some kind of leg drop, or you go to an elbow, depending on. But it's so I see him and I see him see the flyer. He does not see me. I see through the door at the bottom of the stairs. I move the curtain aside, so he's just walking in, but he's connecting to a flyer for the show that's upstairs at the bar, and he sees that. and I get to witness through the glass someone look at just the idea of a show happening at this bar, not in the downstairs, just upstairs. And no joke, dude, he like looks at the flyer as if it said like it had a political opinion or like it had, he just goes like, ugh, like that. I can hear him through the door.
You
go
audibly
like,
heard him go,
"Ugh,"
"Ugh," yeah.
like that. And I was like, I just started dying laughing in front of him. And then he makes eye contact with me. Like he goes, ugh, and then like looks in, and I'm like, ah, like I'm like, what happened to you, man? What happened to you with comedy? Why are you so?
It's like he
sad?
felt like you were the one responsible for it somehow.
Yeah, it was just, and I didn't even give him context. He got the. I was like, yeah, man, you don't fucking like stand up, do you? Like he's like, you know, he's like, you know, just he starts smiling. I was like, dude, that face was of something where I was like, I don't know if someone drug him out to a show. I don't remember seeing him there. We've only had a couple of shows there. I would have remembered, and this room only seats like 30 people, so I'd be able to remember like, and we've packed it out, you know, most of the time. But it's just the day of anxiety where I'm like, people buy fucking tickets to the show, or I'll just move it and get the fuck out of here. But yeah. But man, witnessing that, man, I just wanted to, it was like I wanted to ask him just like, who hurt you, man? Who drugged you out to a show? You have a friend who tried stand up and kept dragging you out to shows or something. And I know
I just got recently someone was like, hey, I have a friend and their son, he's like a senior in high school, and they're like, he's doing stand up. And they're like, can you reach out to you? And I'm like, yeah, sure. But like, I don't know what I'm going to tell this kid. Like, I'm not going to be, but it's like, hey, you want to be really just mediocre and struggle for like years at something? Sure. You want to throw away hours of your day, your year? Sure.
Yeah.
They want to be sad all the time? Sure. Let's come on over. Like,
gain an addiction, lose an addiction. You want to, you want to try to educate yourself in the way of comedy at all, or do you just want to try it yourself and be terrible for a very long time until someone goes like, I don't know, man, you should probably just learn how to write a joke and then maybe start from there. But oh man, I don't know what it's so interesting. Yeah, I've been putting together a list of like, if I had to give just like the beginning intro to a mic that I was running, that it was very important for all new comics to understand, of just that would take years off of their thing, like just take years off of what they have to do. Again, like we talk about this all the time, right? Like we've said, like don't feel the need to fucking, if you can only do 3 minutes, just do 3 minutes to go off stage. Don't fuck around. There's no point. Write your jokes, practice jokes, look up comics that you like, figure out why their jokes work, understand writing formats, like, or at least just get behind the idea that other people have figured out how to write a joke and you should as well. And stop like trying to do this in a weird way where you're like, I hate it when you're just like, yeah, I just try to figure out it on stage. I'm just like, you're a year in. Like, why are you just like that? That's a crazy thing to do. That's not how I started at all. Like you kind of, you either start learning that, dude. You know what I mean? We talked about, if you ask how much time you have left at an open mic, it's like, you'll always get the answer is 1 minute. It doesn't matter if you say, if you asked at an open mic, you're a minute into your set and you ask, you have a minute left. I'm lighting you, like, because you clearly don't even understand the concept.
Yeah, if you're struggling at a 5 minute open mic, you're asking 2.5 minutes in, just pull the ripcord, dude.
Well, there's no point in asking. It's not a helpful thing. You're much more conscious about something else than writing it. Like don't bother. Try to get out of that. Blah blah blah. Like don't like try to do as best you can to set up good habits. Some of the other ones were great, that were just like, shut the fuck up in the room, like listen to the comment.
Don't drink yourself to death.
Oh yeah. It's if you just want to do drugs, and then don't do comedy. Like you're like, just want to do drugs,
right?
Just go do that.
Fine. You can do that. I don't know why you think you have to do both. You could just do one.
Yeah. I was
You just totally do one.
Having like one extra beer yesterday.
I regret doing both. I should just do one.
Like trying out jokes yesterday. I think I had one beer, like too many. And I was just like, you weren't as sharp. Man, you could have just, because it's an open mic. I'm like fucking trying to decompress a little bit, but I was like, it wasn't sharp. You're trying new stuff. You should have fucking paid attention a little bit more. Like, just set up good habits, like all that kind of shit. Oh, this is a big one, dude. I want to know your opinion on this, and we'll move off this bullshit. But I want to tell, and I just saw a guy at Grape Room do the exact thing. Like, he just started doing comedy, says it's like his first time, at least here, and it seemed like it was his first time on stage. And immediately he's doing like trying to tackle the edgiest of like topics. And it's not, you know what I mean? It's not like you can't do that, but the idea that you're like hindering yourself so much by being like, not only am I starting stand-up, and let's be honest, probably the most talking I'll do in front of other people, right? Like you typically in your, in front of groups of people, a lot of them aren't coming from like theater backgrounds and shit. So you're doing both those things. And then you're like, no, and I'm going to talk and be able to talk about Kanye. Like, it's like, I mean, good luck. I'm not saying right. You just, every time you see it, like a comic trying to swing for the fucking fences, just being like, I'm like, why is this always a thing? It's always, let's be honest, it's always a dude. It's always a guy. And it's like, he's like, nah, I'm going to try to talk about the dynamics between men and women in the edgiest way. And I'm 3 months into stand up.
That's the thing dude, is like,
go for it, whatever. But we've
been doing it for a bit ourselves, and we're around people who are really good at it. Like, like we've been like the Bergs and stuff like that, the Big J's and all those guys who are like so good at just fucking weaving that.
Chris O'Connor, Gil, like, you see
Gillis,
even
right? Like all those guys, and like, we see it up close.
Yeah.
And then you see like the new when Myers was still the mic.
Right. Yeah,
and the only time I ever went there to check out, because I was like, I should see what my business is doing here.
Yeah.
So I went, and there was this guy. I don't want to say his name, but he was nice. I talked to him.
I heard about this guy and his set.
Okay, yeah.
I heard about this guy's set.
So he actually
motherfucker.
He knew me because he's a Dave Smith fan.
Yeah.
So he kind of knew me a little bit.
This guy's.
But he just went up there. He's like, "Hey, I'm gay," which he is gay. But he's like, I'm a big Trump fan. And like again, there was no like clever take to it.
Right.
It was just like, I'm gay and I like Trump. It's like, you hate that. And you know me, first thing from progressive. But like, I was sitting there going like, hey man, this is really bad. And like, I wish this, and here's the thing, I wish it was good. I wanted it to be good, but like, it wasn't good. And he's just sitting there, and his whole edgy thing was like, I'm a faggot and I like Trump. Yeah. And he just kept saying that over and over again. And I'm like, that's not like funny because you're saying
not a joke.
Faggot.
Not a joke.
Right. Like you got to have a purpose
all.
for saying the word.
There's nothing get a purpose. Even your skills. Yeah. What's the take on it? He's just like, those are 2 points of information. That's a sentence.
Right. So, yeah.
There's no turn. Your attitude towards it is like, what? You're gay? Like your attitude or your understanding of how you feel. Like it doesn't make any sense. I'm a Trump supporter, and my take on it is I'm gay about it.
It's not a joke. Here's the thing. I know what he was trying to do. Like I know he was just trying to be like
sort of. Sure.
No, we all know what he was trying to do.
I don't know. Well, if he just felt
like in my heart, I know what he was trying to do.
Saying?
That's kind of it.
What was the other context? I don't
really remember.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. All right. Anyway, I got you. But yeah, it's that kind of type of thing where I'm just like, I'm not saying don't, but like, that it's so charged of a thing, especially in this day and age, even back whenever, like, in the early 2000s and prior to that, it was still awkward as shit in rooms. You'd still be just like, yeah, but maybe you wouldn't get so much flack or an audience like whatever, storm out or whatever the fuck. But just it's the frivolity with like new comics do it. They and I get it. They see some of the greats and they're like, I should be writing the same material. And it goes like, maybe really hone what and think about what you're saying and look up 1 or 2 ways and why the other jokes work. Just because like it's so charged. You're just doing yourself a disservice by trying to like figure it out in public, like bounce it off some other comics, maybe like something.
I was talking to him afterwards, and I was like, hey man, I get it, I'm like,
I mean, I don't get it
I'm
because
like, no. Again, I was like, I get
You're
you're trying to
annoying
be
me now.
edgy. I'm saying, I'm like, I get you're trying to be edgy, but I'm like, it's not. That doesn't work like that. I'm like, you gotta
Yeah.
have like. That's what I was trying to say. That's what I was telling him. I
Like
was like, you gotta have like.
here's why it doesn't work, right? Here's what because just giving the context of what he said. Here's why that comic is doing a disservice to other people. It just doesn't make any sense. One and two, it's because his context is the fact that he is saying it in a room where he knows people don't like both of those things said, like the fact of being said, and then
Right.
also, Trump being said. And they
Right.
just don't like both those things. And he thinks the joke is the fact that he's saying it.
Exactly, and that was my point. I
That's
was
not
like,
funny.
that's not right. I was like, that's not a thing. I'm like, you're not being edgy. You're just
And I get it. Yeah, I get it.
saying
It's not
nothing.
even edgy.
Yeah.
It's just saying a sentence. But I get it because he, unfortunately, you just make the lines in which people straddle when they see Andrew Schultz or Gillis or like, people that are charging there. They're like, there's this nice lines or Louis and stuff like that where you're doing, Jesus and Schumer, early Schumer stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like all these plays of stuff, like you're hearing it, but you're listening to it, but you're not hearing it. You're not getting the actual context in which things are being set up. And I get it, whatever. But yeah, it's whatever. PSA for you fucking newbies. It's fine.
Speaking of,
they're going to be a dime a dozen. They'll never stop. Anyone who might be
course.
starting comedy, you'll see these people. I mean, it's fine.
Forever.
They'll just bomb until they eventually either they
quit
usually
or get good.
quit, get good, or just think that everyone's against them and that we're all wrong. Those ones tend to be a little more bipolar. They tend to be. I know there is a comic. Yeah, I still don't like them.
Speaking of, do you see that big thing at Berg's at Gotham Comedy Club this past weekend? That people like walked out on a show and were like yelling at him and like.
Isn't that the point? That's the point of Berg. I mean, yeah.
No, it was like a whole like actual show stopping. Like it was like a whole thing.
Really?
Like they had to get like escorted out. They had to actually get like pulled. Yeah.
Sucks.
But I mean, he was still crushing because he had filmed as they're walking out, being like "fuck you." He's like, "Okay, Karen," whatever the fuck he was saying. But yeah, it's just like But like also the audience member too is like, I was like, just walk out. Like if you don't like it, just like leave. You don't gotta sit there like no one's holding you there like hostage to fucking.
I will say Myers. I've seen it at Myers only. This is the only real room where it's running in the city is that you have that detriment,
right?
Where it's like, yeah, I definitely got it. We've had a couple people come in and it's, and I get it. And they were very nice. Like they could see that we weren't, and not even when it was the open mic, dude. I meant like even recently, like I'm pretty sure I walked one person. They might've been transgendered. I didn't mean to like do a thing, but I just kind of, and I didn't, I technically didn't. I did use a pronoun and I was just like, oh, he fucking hates me like this, just based off of just playing with him. Cause I was kind of playing off with him, but he might not have gone by him. Whatevs. I immediately was just like, sorry for using a pronoun or whatever. But I was like getting off of it and going to another joke and we're having fun. But later in the show, they didn't hang out as much. They probably might have felt that they were like, I don't like that kind of thing. But they were nice and they were like, yeah, we're going to scoot. I was like, respecting.
That's
like,
fair. Yeah. Just
it wasn't digging. I did gender or whatever. I didn't, and it's not like I even mean it or it's just more of, I think you and I grew up in the thing of like, we have gender and I know it's not great, but I usually come to the place of like, I didn't even, sorry. I usually would be like, what is it? All right, cool. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I call everybody dude.
Yeah, I'm trash like that. The jersey. I get lazy in the language. I'm trying to cut it out just in the terms of the laziness, not about the thing. Like just about the laziness, like trying to hit dude less and whatever. But it wasn't a thing. But respectfully, they were just like,
I'm from where I'm from.
Well, yeah, you're the person who doesn't like change, so you'll just be. I don't care. I just know that it's like a bad habit. It's like a bad habit. It's not like it's not like a purposeful thing. It's like, yeah, I said dude or whatever. And anyway, who gives a shit? But they were respectful. It was nice. They were just like, yeah, this isn't for me. There you go. Scoot. Whatever. But
getting on the stand-up topic. No, I just kind of to swing it back to what you said earlier about wow, fucking my brain. Jesus Christ. The story earlier you're talking about. I walked into my car earlier today and there's a UPS truck driver like dropping off packages around the neighborhood and he's like staring at my car. And I just walk out, I'm taking Penno out, and he's like, your car? I'm like, yeah, man. And he's like, thinking he's gonna be like, oh, cool, I like it, or whatever. And he just goes, I think the Jeep's better. And I went, oh, okay. And he was like, yeah. He's like, what's the inside look like? I'm like, I don't know. Like, compared to what? He's like, a Jeep. I go, I don't know. I don't own a Jeep. I own this. He's like, yeah. He's like, how much was this? I was like, pretty cheap. He's like, oh, all right. He's like, I don't know. I think I would have went with the Jeep though myself. I went, oh, you didn't have to say anything to me. You just said nothing. You just went on with your day and not shit on me in my car. That I was happy when you started. I thought you could be like,
well,
cool.
I like your composure. Yeah. I was waiting for you to just be like, hey man, these are all internal thoughts.
Yeah, no,
none
I was
of this.
kind of too blown away by the just outwardness of his assholery.
Yeah. Yeah, outwardness of assholery is definitely. We'll try to fit that in as the title.
Yeah, but I was like, what? No, what? I was like taken aback by it.
Were you sent by Neil? Like, do you know Neil? Do you know him?
Am I being punked?
Yeah.
Also, there are so many Broncos in Newtown. It's just not even fun anymore.
Yeah.
It's just the whole fun of my car is gone.
I'm not gonna get a special car, but I told you.
Yeah, but my dad was like, I don't see any of them in Jersey. I was like, great. You live in a 55 and older community. I don't expect you to fucking teach me Broncos.
Yeah, Newtown's got some newer-ish money, kind of like there's probably more 30-somethings with kids.
Yeah,
and maybe some 20-somethings that want to blow it on a decked out fucking Bronco, whatever.
Yeah.
But I freaked out. I mean, if we're talking about just interactions, public interactions, today gave some business, just angry at the this one construction guy. I was leaving.
Good, fuck them. I didn't know. Let's.
Yeah, I mean, he just parked in the street. He just parked, just blocking the street.
Yeah, well, you went from I had your back to now you just sound immediately crazy for that first sentence. You're like, he was just standing there, regularly parked in the street.
Well, yeah, I mean, when he, what do you mean? That's insanity. Listen, I don't.
That's what it sounded like. You just went like, because you went like, yeah, I was mad. He was just parked there. Like, it just sounds
I don't
normal.
mean in the street. I mean in the middle of the street. He blocked the road.
The whole street. I know, but the way you said it was funny to me.
Okay.
It sounded like you're just getting mad for no reason.
I hate that you think it's funny. No, yeah, I just could not understand what the thought process. There was none. It's usually what it is. I'm usually angry because someone else didn't think about any other people.
No, I'm with you there. You and I have the same pet peeve with that. It's like the same people where we're on the highway and they'll just be like, "Oh, I'm gonna miss my exit, so I'm gonna cut off 3 lanes." It's like, no, you don't get to do that.
Yeah.
You get to miss your exit because you fucked up.
Yeah,
we didn't. So you just go to the next one. That's how that works.
Take the next one.
It's a giant fucking pet peeve of mine.
I just don't. They're just people who aren't thinking about other people, especially in the city and stuff like that. So the guy coming up to me wasn't even the dude I think who owned the car. I was just freaking out on this guy. He was definitely part of the construction crew or some of the guys. But here's the thing, man. There's no reason why. I see the car that it's parked. And before I even leave, I'm leaving in my car. I see it. I'm just like, all right. Yep, someone's blocking the street there. Probably just running in and out of one of the units because it's just like, and this is one of those small, like this is a little, like it's a tile van.
Yeah, like a white box van type thing.
Yeah, and it's not even one of the big ones. It's more of like one of the snub nose. Like,
yeah, they're talking about
right?
The vans they use in like all the crime movies for like switching out vans.
Yeah, like
have
British.
to do a heist.
yeah, like British ones. Like it's technically, I think it's only the size, like the length of like a 4-door SUV, but it's got that boxy back there and it slopes down, right? And I'm like, all right, well, whatever. He'll probably be moved by the time I get back. I just had to pick up some stuff to make red gravy or whatever. And I come back in, I turn down the street. I'm like, this is a different truck. Is this guy still parked here? So I'm like,
how long was it?
I was probably gone, I don't know, 20 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, it was, I think it was parked there.
That's a decent amount of time.
Yeah, I think it was parked there prior to that. I don't know.
Right.
This guy just gave up. He was like, who gives a shit? Someone will come down, they'll honk. I won't give a fuck. And then they'll fucking back up, I guess. But I guess I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not backing up. I'm like, I give it, Adam, when I tell you that I gave the preparatory honks, man. I wasn't being a dick.
Did you do
I gave the preparatory ones. Yeah, I gave like a bam.
Yeah.
I just hit a bam, like, see it. I gave it like a bam, like, and I'm like, all right, I'm waiting. I'm like, why do they do this? I don't understand why they do this. I just don't get it. It's a small truck. There's lots of parking. Like, what is your problem? Why
Because
don't
fuck
you just
you. That's
move it?
why.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
That's why. Because fuck
you. Yeah, fuck you. Give me
You
my
don't
money.
matter.
Like it's
You don't matter to them.
fuck
What are you
pay
talking
me.
about?
Fuck you, pay me. Yeah. It's like, and I'm just like, what is happening? So then I'm laying on the horn. I'm just sitting here like, I don't understand why these guys do this. I just don't get it. I don't know if your boss is bitching you out, but then if you don't know how long you're gonna be someplace, and I'm just holding the horn. Imagine that's going off the entire time I'm talking about the sentence. Like I'm like, I don't get it. I just don't understand why you guys do this. If you don't know how long you're gonna be someplace, or you just get out real quick, you go, you know what? Let me pop out, just move it real quick. Like even to the side a little bit. If you got your ass out a little bit, like go. He's just didn't give. He's parked directly in the middle.
Yeah.
I couldn't even go around. There's already a van parked on the side. Like there's no way for me to get around. And I'm just holding it, and then I finally see a guy who's like walking around the building coming here, and he kind of has a smile.
Oh,
once he sees me, he has a smile, and that made me
immediate. I'm Bane mode right now,
and I forget how big like I am. So I'm in my little car, and it reminds me of like my uncle, like 6'8". I'm not that big, but 6'5", but he would always drive smaller cars.
It's like clown.
He just drove like an HRV or whatever. But like, and I'm just not having a good day, stressed out, and I'm just like, hey man, is this you? Like, is this you? And everyone, put down the window a little bit. Is this you? Is this what you guys are doing?
What happened? He was like, no.
No, and he's smirking a little bit. He's like, see what happened? I was like, oh, I don't give a fuck.
Good answer.
I don't give two shits.
Great response.
Go get this guy and tell him to get the fuck out here. Like, what is wrong with you guys?
Oh, I'm sorry. What made the honking appear that I gave a fuck about why you're in there?
You didn't give a fuck about the street, apparently, or anyone who's coming down. You don't put a cone out. It's not like, I was like, if you put a cone out, I no joke. I don't think I'm a psychopath. Because no joke, if I was coming up the street, I've had this multiple times, whereas my street's blocked off because there's a lot of construction. I would go, they put a cone out, I'd be like, oh, cool, whatevs. And I would just go around and then go around the block. Not a big deal. I wouldn't think anything of it. I'd be like, all right, they're doing work. Thank you. I appreciate it. I would never have thought of that. It's just the fucking audacity. It's that I don't give a fuck. Fuck everyone. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I get it. They're in like the Kensington area, like we're in the Kensington area where they kind of know like, this is like no man's land. Like I was like, no man, people live here. Like people live here. And it's weird that you just I was like, if you were down in Philly,
you're like law and order.
Philly, I'm like, this is what makes people fucking shoot up schools. Like,
we're not a civilization.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't have any inclination or idea or thing of like going out and shooting somebody. But when I go, like, I was like, yeah, dude, this is what causes it. Like, I'm just letting you know, this is what causes like public shootings is when people are just like, fuck everyone else. That's what causes it. And there's no fucking justice or anything. Cause you're like, why did you do that? So, but this guy's smirking and he eventually just goes up. And I'm just windows down, giving the business. I'm just fucking this happens. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like, I don't understand what your problem is. I was just, and these are dudes who are, I definitely got like some kind of a little accent, Eastern Blackish. I don't know, whatever. But he just like, he sees.
They're going to Eastern promises you, bro. Be careful.
Dude, they're all like 5'5". They're like cats. I can take on 4 at once. So no tools. I'm saying no
You're
tools.
like a tiger taking on wild dogs.
I'm just gonna start kicking them, just punting them, pow, pow. Like, but I was blood pressure through the roof. Like, just not happy about it. And he he just walks up to the vehicle. This is the attempt. It blew my gasket. I lost my shit.
I know this is gonna bother me.
He just walks up to the window and he like peers in. I don't know. Because he tried to be like, this guy had to run in and then over here. And I was like, oh, I don't care. Right.
Oh, he peers in the van?
Yeah. He just looks in the van like, and then looks back at me and goes like that. And I was like, fuck you. Fuck your construction bullshit. Get the fuck off my street. And now, mind you, I back up. I go around the block. By the time I'm parking my car, the van was moved. So I was like, justice is done. He's like, yo, there's this crazy fucking lanky asshole freaking his shit out over here. He needs to take a fucking
that shit talks to you too. They're like, that pussy.
Oh, sure. I don't give a shit. Yeah, sure. I mean, I get it. Whatever. So don't feel bad. You handled yours fairly well for given what. Yeah, I'm surprised you just hit him with like, "Hey, man, this is not. You don't need to do this."
I'm surprised either. I'm telling you, I was just so like,
distracted.
what's happening right now?
Yeah. No, I've been.
Yeah, I was like, what is that? Is this a real conversation? I'm like, yeah. What the fuck? Just don't say anything about my car.
Oh yeah, we were walking because now I have to. Oh man, I'm gonna give up on that Meyer show because I refuse to bark. I'm either gonna pay someone to bark for the show or like I just can't. But we were fucking walking. I'm pushing out the younger fucking Garrett. He's prettier and stuff. I'm like, yeah,
he is prettier.
Go get it. Yeah, I look like shit. And this one woman though, she's outside a bar. She's just lighting up a cigarette. I get out like a sound. Like I get out like hey, you wanna? She's like, no, like that. And then I'm finishing the sentence. And she's like, oh, okay. I was like, yo, you're out of your fucking tits. Like you need to, because her friends were laughing. It was such a hard no because she thought I was just
gonna hit on her.
She was not clocking. I was like, oh, you guys are decent looking actually. Like whatever. What do you got going? Comedy? She heard comedy. And she was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah. I was like, yo, you need to take it down a notch, pretty lady. Like you need to chill the fuck out. And her friends were giggling because they were just like, as soon as she gave that no, it was like no. And then she saw our faces. I was like, yo, what happened inside? You're coming out from sushi. You should be happy. I don't know what your issue is.
How my brain works, I would have been like, well, that still devastates me, even though that wasn't my intention.
Baby girl, you should be coming to this show. Definitely. You need to get a little comedy in your life and chill the fuck out. Yeah. Very interesting. Thought highly of you. But yeah, I got a burlesque show on Friday that
You want to do plugs and talk about it?
Yeah. I want to talk about it a little bit. It's interesting. But let's hit it. Me out. I love burlesque tickets. If you're out in Stroudsburg, PA, and you're listening to this right now, check it out. Or if you're in that area, I don't get out there too much. So if you want to come on out to a sweet burlesque show, this is a professional troupe. There's international burlesque people on it. I know that you're like, what? That sounds like I'm blowing smoke up people's asses and stuff. And they might blow smoke or out their butts. I don't think so. I think this is a classier system. But check it out. It sounds really cool. There's someone who travels around like the world doing it. And some really cool names on there. But I'll be in there trying to starting you guys out and just getting in there, dude. I'm so excited to see if it works. But you can go out this Friday. The tickets are at IamNeilWood.com. You can go there. And if you want to get tickets to Myers Brewing Company right on Girard in Philadelphia, the 23rd as well, there's a show. You can come on out to that. Showrunner Garrett Monaco. Go check it out. Those tickets are only $7 right now online, so be probably $12 at the door, but you can get them right now for $7. And then, of course, Ashland Distillery the same day. These are our last shows before the new year. December 23rd, Ashland Distillery, right in Morrisville, PA. Go check that out. Crazy lineups for both, to be honest with you. Crazy lineups for Myers if you're in Philly and want to check that show out. Malachi Ayers, Rachel Fogletto, Dan Clark. And then we got, of course, for Ashland, you got Peggy O'Leary in Morrisville, PA with Eric Terrell and Joshua Ryan. Some great lineups. Either way, you kind of can't miss. So check those out. And then I got more dates. We got both dates coming up for January stuff. But again, I am Neil Wood on everything and IamNeilWood.com for those tickets. Oh, I got a shirt up. I don't know. It's a weird little shirt. If you want to check it out and buy a couple, I did a little design. I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to put up more. See if you guys want them. Check them out on my site there. Adam Nutter, what you got coming up, buddy?
Boom. Well, there's 3 shows on the same date coming out to because I'm not going to be at Ashland, so coming out to. I know.
Too many double ups.
John and Peter's New Hope, Pennsylvania. It's going to be fun though. It's the end of the year fucking blowout show with my Alto.
I would be there.
Yeah,
if we didn't have Myers, if I had to run,
or we didn't have 1,000 other things going on. But I actually agreed to this before the actual thing even became a thing.
Yeah,
but I would have done this anyway because this is always a fun show every year. It's always fun. So coming out to that, that's my final show of the year, and then we're all on the road next year doing. I'll be traveling and stuff.
Yeah.
Colorado coming up. I think Idaho, California, Florida, Texas. I'm gonna be a bunch of places next year.
Yeah.
So coming out to those stuff, all those dates will be on the website and my social media. So follow me at Adam Nutter and at Tattooed Comic on Twitter. I appealed my old account again, So let's see if I get it back. I really want it back. So please give me a prayer if you believe in that. And then, of course, go check out the Porcupine, youtube.com/Adam Nutter. I just had on Jacob Winograd and Kyle Matovic last night. It was a really funny episode. We had a good time talking about all the recent political shit going on. So check that out. And I think that's it for me for now. Yes.
Heck yeah. Oh, check out. I did a podcast with someone we had on, Ka Canoodle. CA Canoodles. They're over real Canoodles. Yeah, we did a podcast. That podcast did drop. So go check out Home
Nice.
We Go.
Go
Check it out. We were doing silly stuff. I know she's cutting up some clips. But check out everything that drop10.com has to offer. If you want to check out some Cult of Us merch, there's a bunch of stuff in there.
I'm wearing this shirt right now.
Yeah, I don't know why. I gotta. Yeah, it looks good. I know I gotta pick up some shit, but I am poor as shit. Which you can help us out with by buying some fucking t-shirts. So that would be super helpful. So yeah, go out, grab a design. It helps us out a bunch. We appreciate it. And of course, if you want to check out more of the podcast, you can check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Cult of Us. We're going to be doing some, I think some rearranging, but, just from tiers and things like that. We're always trying to add it. But if you want to get some extra content just out of the gate, the $1 tier, it gets you a bunch of extra stuff that you may not have seen yet. So video and audio.
And it joins our Discord.
Yeah. And then it joins our Discord, which is great. So you can actually check out some cool stuff with there. So that does that for the $1 tier, right? Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sorry, I was taking a drink.
Correct. Alex. Correct.
Yeah, you get an email with the sign up link for Discord, and then you just click. And if you have Discord, obviously, if you need Discord, but once you have Discord, or if you already have Discord, you just click the link, and then you get signed right up.
Yeah. We might be grandfathering people in, or I don't know, doing some stuff. We'll move some stuff around.
Yeah, figure it out.
$3 tier. We'll figure it out. We'll give us some input if you got any. You're thinking something special there. And then of course you can check out the $3 tier if you really like watching stuff. But again, we're gonna be moving some things around, and you get all the other stuff, all the other content, of course. So you can join the Discord through that one as well. And then of course the $5 tier, Anna Gabrielle's $5 tattoo tier, and you get a t-shirt on that. If you join the tier, we'll see that come through. But I'm gonna need to bug you and ask for a size of a shirt. I'll send you over whichever shirt you want, and whatever size you want it in. So let us know.
Actually, you know what about that tier and that idea? I could actually add that to the tier.
Yeah, make sure you add that to the tier. If you
like their size, like once they sign up for that tier, they'll they'll have to give their shirt size and their address and stuff like that too.
You have not been doing that yet. Damn, dude, what am I? You got
because
I'm gonna yell at you.
I'll tell you why I haven't. I'll tell you why I haven't afterwards.
Okay, cool. $5 Anna Gabrielle tattoo tier. All right, listen, that was a lot to say, and I nailed it. $5, you get all the other stuff, right? And a shirt. But every other month, we're gonna pull out a name, and you get a tattoo on Anna Gabrielle. Well, not on Anna Gabrielle, on us, from Anna Gabrielle. She's right in Wilmington, Delaware, at Push Tattoos. Her artwork is linked right there in the description. So if you want to check out some of her artwork, you can do it. It is that simple. We should probably tease some of it every time we do this, but she's great artwork. She's been at conventions, she's done Adam's stuff, and she's nice enough to let us do this. So check it out. If you like some tattoos, or you want to get one, you might get a tattoo for $20. That is high quality, full color, possibly softball size. She's willing to rock with us and do that. And if you guys don't like it, I'm gonna get rid of it. So I'm just gonna get rid of it because I don't know. It doesn't seem like if you don't want to do it, then we'll just fucking bounce it and try to sauce up something else. But we'll see. But I love it. I think it's a great idea, and I'm surprised more people don't do it with all this tattoo culture, baby.
Yeah.
So do it, check it out, and get all that shit now. Anything else I'm thinking of? Oh, subscribe. Drop10.com. Just go in, subscribe if you want to get more about us, and all the shows and details are in there. And check it out. All right. Yeah. Boom.
YouTube.com/Cult of Us and
subscribe to the YouTube.
Odyssey.com/@Cult of Us. Go to those things. Go to those things.
I need to hire some people. I'm at that place. We don't have the money to do it, but I have to hire some people. So if anyone, I got some things like that, but I just don't know. Anyway, it's gonna be good. We're like at that precipice where it's it'll start getting kind of really, really ridiculously busy. So it's going to be interesting. But
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm tired, and I mean like emotionally and physically. I'm just fucking beat. Yeah, it's just been a lot. But damn, dude, burlesque. I'm excited for the burlesque. I'm hoping this like reinvigorates me. I got to drive out there, alone. It's gonna be interesting. I love it when, and I get this. Yeah. It's fine. But I couldn't get the gauge on. I think I know what she meant, but like she was the person running was like trying to give me the thing, and we say this, which is funny. So I think she was doing the same kind of thing. Like when we run shows, like we usually say like, "Hey man, just like we usually don't have this problem because we book differently a little bit, but like, hey, if you haven't done shows out in other parts of Pennsylvania or other parts of out in the sticks, not in the city, some jokes might not work. This happens different ways, whatever." That's like the pitch she was giving me. She was like giving me that, where she was just like, "Yeah, just so you know," and I was like, "Oh, you've had somebody trying to talk about like
the R train,
trying to talk about the R train or ASMR or like I don't know, like something
Yankee
where
Stadium, and you're like, guys,
it's not gonna work. I mean, unless there's just a story attached that's situational, it does not work. Yeah, it's one of those things. So I was like, yeah, no, I totally understand. The only thing I'm worried about is hopefully they rock with it. You'd imagine they'd rock with a little bit dirty, but I don't want to overdo it. You know what I mean?
We thought that before.
yeah, we've all done it. It's all happened, but it's a burlesque show. You'd think it's going to be fine.
You would think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay, but I just don't know how much. I'm excited to see how much time they need up front because in my head, it's much like music, right? You'd think that like.
Are you hosting it?
Yeah.
So are you doing in between, or are you just
I would think there's like time up front. You know what I mean? Got to interact. It's going to be working some fucking crowd work muscles.
What are you going to wear?
That's a great question. I have no idea, and I'm not equipped at the present moment to. I got nothing.
Can I suggest Dapper Neil?
Ugh. Just Dapper I don't Neil. Even have any, but I don't know what you mean. Oh, like a Christmas sweater? Like
totally.
Should I wear? Yeah, I'm gonna have to wear. Sexy. Okay, so I'm gonna go in church clothes. I'm going in church clothes. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying like a pinstripe suit.
I don't have a pinstripe
suit.
Take
you shopping.
Do you know how I don't have the money?
Take you shopping, brother bear.
I don't know if you've known this, but like in the I'm getting fucked right now. I just spent in the past 2 months, I just spent almost $4,000 that I did not plan on spending on to the city of Philadelphia because you know how it goes, bud. They're not the brightest. And apparently the real estate tax that I owed them, that I kept trying to pay, it was like sent them a check, called in. This is why I'm like beat, dude. I'm getting it from every angle. I will say people have been nice and like reaching out for comedy stuff, which is nice. But like, look, I'm just getting the business of like trying to get everything running. And then it was just so great. I've been worried for like 4 months now because I keep getting notices. Sorry, this is off the burlesque thing, but it's just like, that's why I'm like hesitant going into the show. It's got nothing to do with the show. I'm sure I'm just going to go there and I'm going to rock out the best I can. I'm just going to be like, yeah, whatever. I'm hoping they just don't want 30 minutes up front or something. Cause I go like, no, we're waiting for 15. Titties. Well, it's just cause we're waiting for titties. Like, it's like, no one wants to. I don't want to hear 30 minutes of comedy before 10.
Nah, I bet you it's 10 to 15.
It's got to be 10
and then
to 15.
It's like
a little bit of crowd work.
Maybe like 5 to 10 in the middle for intermission. I'm assuming there's an intermission.
Sorry, I'm talking directly over you, but also my info is more prudent. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, right. 10 to 15. What else were you thinking?
Intermission.
Yeah, there is an intermission, right? I mean, I just don't know if I need it, whatever, but there's got to be stuff in between. And apparently it's nice when they're just like, yo, this crowd gets a little rowdy. I was like, burlesque, that makes sense. But you can't have it where like they're talking. I don't know. I'm excited to do it. It's cool, but they can't have them being like chatty cats.
Start sexually harassing you. Like, take it off.
Oh, they'd be barking up the wrong herpes tree. yeah. I'd be like, I'll start taking off clothes, but you guys might not like what
I'll do it for money. I will do it for money. I am in a spot to do this for money. So give me money. I will abandon comedy right now.
I hope the guy from work doesn't listen to this, because then it's just the next meeting. He's just going to be like, I learned way too much. Like, I was like, yeah, dude, this is the regular me that you look at the work me. It's a different me. Different cameras.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, this is no joke. it's just stupid. And I know this is old man bullshit, and I get this, but like it's insanity. Like I send a check, got a bill. They're just like, hey, you need to pay us real estate tax. I was like, I have a tax abatement for 10 years. Like, why am I paying real estate tax? And they're like, you're so sweet. Listen, the tax abatement is for the house. The land that the house exists on, you still have to pay real estate tax on at the certain whatever level. And I go like, I'm like, oh, you dirty. I was like, someone should tell the Native Americans and they should be taxing us. Not really, but you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought the tax abatement included the land. I didn't know you guys like separated it out. Like, no, you were dumb enough to like have a house here. Even if it was just you in a chair just on the lot, you would be paying real estate tax. Because how dare you take up what I guess is someplace we could put in a business? I don't know, or a public good. I don't know. It's a neighborhood. So anyway, but I'm like trying to pay this, Adam. I'm like, I sent a check. I wait 2 months. Like it was like June. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta pay this. I didn't even realize it was like a thing. I get it sorted out. I sent a check. 2 months go by. I get another notice in the mail. They're like, hey, you gotta, Neil, you're gonna be in trouble. Like, ooh, you dirty bitch. You owe us money. And you're gonna get a lien. If you don't want, you gotta pay this money. And I'm just like, I call. I'm like waiting in the fucking long, whatever the line is, probably 30 people in front of me, wait on the phone, whatever to get them. They're like, we haven't received it. I remember the guy being kind of bitchy, just like, we haven't received it, man. I don't know what you're doing, but like, we haven't got it. It's probably lost. And I was like,
every
okay,
time.
So do it. Now here's the thing. That guy, whoever I talked to, was wrong and an asshole.
Assholery.
Assholery. Assholery was all ripped up inside the Philadelphia Revenue Service, the department. It was all because what ended up happening was I was like, all right, well, I'm going to cancel that check then because, I don't want someone finding it or whatever and then trying to cash it in. So I cancel that check and I do an online payment for the amount. But this is in August. And I know this is going to get crazy. This is the best part. Not crazy. This is like where they fuck up. I call because I got another thing in the mail, Adam. I got another thing where I'm like, there's no fucking, I'm opening it already pissed. You know what I mean? I'm like, there's
you're opening it, being
just
like,
better say, thank you so much, James Wood. You're a nice guy and we appreciate the
Here's some extra money back.
Yeah. We're sorry for bothering you. Because if you don't pay, the fees accumulate. They're not like crazy amount, but it's like an extra 150 at this point, like $150 you wouldn't.
Dude, that's the Easy Pass rip off too, where like if you go through the toll but it doesn't click your tag, it's like hey, we're just gonna charge you for the toll. Right. Also, though, a $35 fee on top of it. It's not a fee. It's not a fee. It's just an administration service. And you're like, suck my fucking dick.
Yeah. How dare you? So I get the note. I'm like, again, they're talking about a lien. I'm like, guys, I'm trying to give the city of Philadelphia money and you won't take it. Now I know they were saying on the phone that like they're backed up. And I get that.
By the way, you're ripping every libertarian's heart out right now who listens to the show. Like, Neil's actively trying to pay these taxes.
I know. I'm trying. And well, this is one of those things where I go like, hey guys, I mean, nothing works if there's not even people employed there. That's probably there's one person. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not even like an argument against whatever. It's really just, well, I'm calling an office where one person is frantically trying to run through all these payments and they're way too overdone. They're just, So when I get a hold of someone, I wait to talk to someone. 150 people I had to wait before on the phone. So I had to wait 150 people, like all of them. I think I was on the phone for option 4 hours. My phone, for whatever the fuck reason. Oh, I was trying to get the callback option, but dude, think about it. There's 150 people on the phone, dude. I'm late on a payment that as of January 1st is gonna ding me. Apparently, right? That apparently they didn't get. I've already tried to pay this twice before and wondering what the fuck is going on. And tried to email them, got nothing back. I'm like, nope, I have to get someone on the phone today because I don't think if I do a callback option, they're going to call me back like February. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh yeah, no, they already took the house, guys. Yeah, you're calling my cell phone. The house is gone. They leaned on it. It's fucked. I'm homeless.
They physically repoed it. They picked it up somehow. They separated it from the other houses and took it.
Yeah. They took it. It's on the back of a truck right now. So if you guys could, that's great. Thank you. I appreciate it. But nice. Thanks for getting back to me so quick. So I finally get someone on the phone after 4 hours or whatever, and I had to. My phone even wasn't letting me do the "will hold for you." Google let me down that day. Google, Adam, let me down, because usually the Google Books will be like, "Oh, we'll wait for you, so you don't have to listen to music and shit." It wasn't working, so I had to listen to that over and over again for like 4 hours.
Buddy, the gods were against you.
Dude, it was awful. Finally get someone on the phone. Luckily, Barbara was very sweet. I remembered her name because she was like, "Ooh, all right, there's some good news and there's some bad news." She used that phrase, which I have not heard like in a real adult life as of this
bad
moment.
news first.
Yeah. She was like, "Well, the good news." No, she gave me the good news. She's like, "The good news
I always
is
want the bad news first.
I don't know why they did this, but I see 2 payments here." Because she's like, "Did you pay twice?" I was like, "Well, as I told you, cancel check, blah, blah, blah." No, technically I didn't. She's like, "Well, I'm seeing a cancel payment, and then I'm seeing the 2023 real estate tax that's been paid for." And I'm like, "So let me guess. I owe you guys for 2022. She's like, "Yeah, Mr. Wood, it seems like you paid for 2023, so you're good. Like for 2023, a payment I would make technically in March."
Right. 4 months from now.
Right. And I was like, "Right. So I owe you $1,300 like now." She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I mean, it's cool. Luckily, I have a manic friend who's been giving away money." Only an inside joke. It's only for us. But no, I again, love you, buddy. But I was just like, "All right, let's just do that, I guess." And I'm like, I'm just trying not to pay the fees right now. And then she tells me there's a lien on my house. She goes, "There is a lien on your house." And I was like, "What? How? I'm taking care of that right now." She's like, "It's for $140. I was like, "The city of Philadelphia is coming after putting a lien on my house for $140. She's like, "Yeah, it looks like you didn't pay real estate some fee in 2019. And I was like, "That's weird." So I bought the house in November of 2020. And she's like, "Oh." I'm like, "Yeah. Okay. Well, you're going to have to call some people." I'm like, "Guys, you're making this." I mean, I get it, but you're making this crazy. Like, this is nuts.
Dude. It's never easy. It's never just like,
we
got it all here.
Get more people hired over there. Or honestly, just bomb it. I was like,
bomb it.
Get everybody out. I don't mean like send
Bomb
someone. Not you. No, not what you think.
Oh.
I'm saying like everyone. I'm saying that when there's one more person who works at the entire revenue service, that is just one person white knuckling it. Eventually, that person should just like stop what they're doing one day, get up coldly, just like stand up, and just go like, "Fuck it," and then just click a bomb in the corner and just walk out and be like, "Nah, fuck it. We'll start from scratch. Forget it." Because there's no point. You can't have one person running everything.
Yeah, no, it's especially
turns out,
the city of Philadelphia, where there's
they apparently
processed
probably both payments and fucked me. And there's a lien that now I'm talking to my title company to fucking get this thing paid by them. It's $140. I'll probably end up just having to pay it. Right now, I can't. Yeah. I have a lien technically on the house from a house that I did not own at that time. Adam, guess what? If I don't want to pay the extra fees, if I don't pay the extra, because I'm going to get extra fees. They're like, "Okay, cool. You paid us $1,300, but that was the original amount. You haven't paid for 2022. There's taxes and fees that have accumulated." Right. It's like $1,407, like whatever. It's like $14,700, whatever, right? That I would owe. I'm like, "Well, if you don't want to pay that, you can put in a waiver." I'm like, I know this is all stupid. You should buy a home. Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry. But like kids that are like maybe thinking about buying a home, like 20 somethings or something. Holy fuck. Just, I don't know. Rough. Hopefully you have more money than me. I don't know.
Money fixes a lot of this.
Yeah, money fixes all of this. You're just like, deal with that. I don't want that.
Yeah, I don't want to look at any of this.
But like, I cannot get a waiver at the present moment to not pay for the taxes and fees because I have a lien on the house from a time when I did not own it.
Yep. I don't even know. It doesn't even make sense. I mean,
no. I've never been more libertarian than in this moment. I've never.
But like, this is how we get them. This
Yeah,
is how
yeah,
we get
I
him,
know,
boys.
I know. Larry Sharp is just like I have Larry Sharp over here, and then really just you. Like Larry Sharp is sitting over here, and Larry's just like, I know, bud, we have a way to fix it. Like, and then Adam's like, burn it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I totally get it. You know, Fiat. Neil's just yelling Fiat right here. Like,
Neil's eyes is gonna go white. He's like, I'm libertarian now. He's gonna send to
I'll
Ron Paul.
On the side, like, oh, Ron Paul. Oh,
Ron Paul's like, son. He's like, I'm not dead. I'm just,
Yeah, because this is making me like, I know it's not even, So, so baby boy's savings are
depleted.
I'm like, hey guys, the tenants in the house. I'm like, hey guys, we're paying on time. We're paying rent on time, and baby boy's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
For a while, like people are taking vacations right now. I'm like, don't know what that's like. I'm not doing anything. My vacations would be me sitting at home writing jokes. That's probably what I'll do if I do anything. But holy shit, dude. What time are we at? Fuck.
No, we're at
I rambled on too much about
my
it
was great.
dad shit.
It was sad.
Sorry if that was bored to you, but like sometimes it's just, and again, right now, that is standing. I might still owe extra fees because if I don't get the lien worked out, which is not something I owe, if I don't get that worked, so I have to pay $140 so that I don't have to pay $200 and something on something that I already technically paid for.
That's crazy. That is crazy. That would, I mean, obviously, take the libertarianness out of me. That would infuriate me just from a money standpoint.
Like, and when I see people out and about, and I'm just like maybe having 2 more beers than I should, and they're just kind of like, "Is Neil a little on edge?" I'm like, yeah, I'm a little on edge. Yeah, I'm trying my hardest to like be an adult, and apparently it's just like, nah, dude. I was no joke. I was like, dude, I'm gonna be homeless. I'm telling you. I'm like, I have a feeling the guy, like, whatever thing you believe in, they do not want me to exist in a home. They're like, you're much more of like a van guy, dude.
You can sleep right next to me in my video game chair.
No, I mean, I thought I was gonna be able to put up with this. We'll end here. Like, I thought I was gonna be able to put up with setting up this bed each night. There's something, dude. When I have to crack open this long, like it's an L, that the chaise lounge part, like crack that thing open, break out my pillows, like I'm doing a tent on the lawn.
Do you eat a Hungry Man dinner too?
Oh, dude.
One Budweiser, just one crack of the Budweiser.
It is. I mean, it's making me funnier.
Sad man's dinner.
I will say that. It is making me funnier, so that's fine. But like, holy shit! It's a fitted sheet that isn't. It can't fit. It's a couch. There's nothing to fit to. I have to put
no L-shaped sheet.
I have to put the fitted sheet around this corner. Like it goes on the end and then comes up around the cushion, right? So you can hear this. You can hear Velcro. You can hear Velcro when I like pull on it.
I like how our podcast guys can be like, "Oh, I'm sitting where he sleeps. That's sad."
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, I'm trying not to make it clear a line for them to draw, but at the same time,
listen, you can move in here. You can watch me play video games all night. I'll pet your head like Pinno. It'll be fun.
Do you want me to put a gun in my mouth sooner?
No, I don't want that at all. I want you to be my little pet. You get to watch me. I'll feed you stuff.
Now we're being insulting to poor people. We're actually being insulting to poor people now. Now you're actually getting on my nerves. That's the kind of elitist bullshit I don't like to hear. But yeah, there's something. I mean, I haven't cleared. Like I've been trying to do the thing of like, no, I live in a studio. I was like, just a studio apartment. No, I live in a podcast studio. I don't live in a place that is technically a room. I live in a studio podcast area. So, but guys, I'm doing great. Don't forget. I mean, hey, listen, I need your prayers as the Pope. I need your prayers. Why don't you send some prayers my way, which is weird because I'm technically an atheist, but you know what? Fuck it. I need those prayers. Send them on my way for some riches, and send prayers for Adam for his Twitter account back. As you can see, things are very different between things that we need. I'm dying and going bankrupt. Adam is just sitting there making money in the black market and shit and fucking trying to get a Twitter account back that he's fucking won't stop crying about.
It's important.
And apparently it's just them, 2 different friends, 2 different friendships. It's just, man, holy shit. This has been another day. I don't know what we're going to do, bud. So listen, get your. This is our last. This is gonna be our last year. This is my last year. I'm done. Probably not gonna make it. But I appreciate it. It was a good run. It was a good run on this earth. I'm gonna be homeless working out of a van.
Let me get your stuff because you won't.
Yeah. You're gonna need all the stuff, so it'll be helpful. But drop 10 will still keep going. We'll make it work.
Can I get whatever you left in your bank account?
Yeah, might as well.
Cool. Okay.
A little gambling money for you. There's no point. Yeah. If the city doesn't take it, just based off, I'm imagining someone's gonna come to my house and be like, "Hey, I know. Oh shit, yeah, you thought this was your house, but actually the city bought it and they didn't tell you, and we need you to leave and you owe us money again." Like I'm just imagining that kind of scenario.
Make
happening.
me your power of attorney.
And then yeah, that'll be good. That'll be fun. So
I'll just be like, no, just kill him. They're like, he's fine. Like, just pull the plug. Let me get his stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Buy those shirts. Maybe like 1,000 of them. Like maybe by tomorrow. That would be like amazing. That would be super awesome if you could do that. No, I'll try to be funnier for you.
Buy a shirt.
We got another gauntlet coming up. We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
So check out the Patreon. Get on that dollar tier. Get a little gauntlet in your life. You like watching crazy animal videos and maybe doing some would you rathers with us. We love to see it. So we love it. But this has been another day in the cult. Adam, you got anything you want to end on? Some positive maybe? Because I'm all negative, baby.
No, man, I'm just thriving over here, Just crushing it.
Yeah.
Living every day great.
Well, yeah, man. Sounds good.
No complaints.
Some people don't know there's a hot lady poster off of the side, Josie Marie, and I just each night I bow down. I go to Marie. I bow down in a sort of ritual. I just kind of bow down and do a prayer and just give her that kiss and pray for wealth. But it has not worked as of right now. So
no, I think it's been transferring it to me.
I think something's been going on. You just been like, yeah. Like you just parlay, dude. Do 8 parlays. Cause right now it is not on this side. I should.
You know what, dude? You just fucking.
I'm pretty sure I would get ripped off. Like if I tried to use one of those
FanDuels, whatever.
No, make one of your no, not even make one of those custom pennies like for 51 cents.
Yeah.
I would get ripped off somehow through that. It wouldn't work, and then be like, yeah, we kept it. I'm like, I didn't even get the penny.
You know what I'm gonna do? Because you emboldened me. I'm gonna take an 8-team money line parlay Sunday. I'm gonna take 8 team winners.
It'll hit. It will hit. That dog gonna hunt. You know what I mean? Like
I'm gonna throw like $20 on it. It'll probably be like a $400 winner.
No, yeah, that will work because there's no way. Yeah, whatever luck is happening, it's not happening in this podcast studio. So good job, dude. Good luck to it. It's probably gonna nail it.
No, it's gonna swing its pendulum back your way, and then it's gonna be set on this side.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
It will.
I mean, again, it's just time's running out. So just kind of that thing. I'm like, time's running out. I'm excited it'll be good. Maybe this burlesque thing I'm excited for boobies,
boobies
and the beautiful art form of tease on Friday. So come out to Strasbourg. But holy shit, I've been Neil Wood. I'm usually 50% less sad. And that's been Adam Nutter. He's always doing well, unfortunately. Sorry. Yeah, the worst. So guys, it's been another day in the cult. Fucking we'll catch you. Maybe the next cult meeting will be pretty good. Namaste and we'll see you. Have a good prayer. Shit.
By the renewing of your mind.
The recycling. It's a flesh body world.
Do it.
Human.
Do it.
Sir slimy reptilian.
This has been a Drop Tent Media Production.